Hey everyone, and welcome back. So today I want to talk about an announcement trailer that just dropped yesterday for, that's right, a retro-styled beat-em-up based on the G.I. Joe franchise. Now, although we didn't get a ton of information from this first announcement trailer, I'm so hyped for this release that I do want to go over everything we can tell so far. Now, there's a lot of good, one maybe thing that has me a tiny bit worried, but let's dive into that. Just remember, if you are liking the content, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. Let's hit that 20k subscribers. Now, first of all, I just want to say I love the overall vibe and style that they took from this trailer. They actually did something very similar when they announced Shredder's Revenge for the TMNT franchise, which is basically taking an awesome remix of the classic original song and mixing it in with some awesome modern animations, however, with an amazing retro feel, very honest to the original source material. And probably what has me most hyped overall is the music design so far, because not only are we getting the same composer that did the remixes for TMNT Shredder's Revenge, which is T-Lopes, but also the vocals are being done by Johnny Gioli, who is the frontman for the band Crush 40, but has also worked on a ton of songs for the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise in the past. And the awesome 80s hard rock vibe that they give to this reimagining of the G.I. Joe theme has me thinking that this soundtrack is going to be a killer one, and I really wish I could even play the whole thing for you here, but, you know, copyright and stuff. Now, on the slightly more disappointing side, we don't get a ton of gameplay from this trailer. However, so far from what we can see, there will be at least 4 playable characters: Duke, Scarlet, Roadblock, and probably what's going to be the most requested character overall, Snake Eyes. And if there's one thing that the G.I. Joe franchise isn't lacking, is varied characters. We have a ton of source material to pull from, so hopefully we'll be getting more than just a 4-character roster. Now, on the villain side, and let's be honest, G.I. Joe also has some great villains. We can see some of the general troops, which are Alley Vipers, Bats, and also the iconic Trouble Bubble. However, we also do see some of the bigger named characters, so we can see Destro, Serpentor, Baroness, and of course, once again, Cobra Commander. And you know what? So far, the gameplay that we do see looks like it's going in the right direction. We could already see a move being pulled off by Duke, which seems to be a bombardment coming from off the screen, which fits in perfectly with the whole G.I. Joe theme. And although some of the animations do look like they still need to be smoothed out a little bit, they seem very promising. Now, the only thing that is slightly worrying me about the information we get in this trailer is that the game is being developed by Maple Powered Games. It is being published by Freedom Games in collaboration with Hasbro, but most of the heavy lifting on the development side will all come back to Maple Powered Games. Now, when I say that this has me a tiny bit worried, I don't want to overblow the situation, but for the moment, Maple Powered Games only has one game in their back catalog, and that is Monster Harvest. And although today that game is in a very good state, it didn't necessarily release in the best state ever. However, they did put a ton of work into bringing it up to par, so I've got to give them credit for that. I just hope we don't get the same thing here with G.I. Joe. I don't care if those publishers are breathing down your neck. Make sure the game is in a good state when it releases, because we've gotten so many mediocre G.I. Joe releases in the past, it'll be very hard for this game to recover if it doesn't release in an excellent state. But on a more positive vibe, I love their pixel art work so far on their previous franchise, so I do know they have the talent and the ability to get it done. And you know what? At the same time, they're a Canadian publisher, and they even share the Maple branding. So you know what? I have to hope that they're going to pull it off. So overall, we have a ton of good vibes to look forward to for the release of G.I. Joe. And you know what? We most likely won't have to wait very long, because it's supposed to be releasing in the first quarter of 2024. For the moment, the game is only confirmed for Steam PC and the Nintendo Switch, but who knows? Maybe Xbox and PlayStation will get a version as well. But you know what? As an 80s or 90s kid, it's hard to think of a better franchise to get finally a beat-em-up release in the retro style, aside maybe for Masters of the Universe. If you're listening out there, let's get us a Motu beat-em-up. Now let me know what you think in the comments down below. Are you excited for this release as well? And don't forget, on the way out, to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already, and click on that notification bell so you know when all my future content comes out. And as usual, hope I'll see you in my next video.